Hi guys, we're gonna do something a little different today. I've been thinking a lot about, let me turn the air down a little. It's like 95 degrees outside, so I have to have it on. But I'm sitting outside of Marshall's, and there's also a TJ Maxx close by. And I want to go in there and just kind of see what they have. A while ago, I stopped going to TJ Maxx and stuff because I just felt like every time I went there, I would end up buying stuff that I don't need, okay? Like, in all honesty, is it a moment of satisfaction to, like, find something at TJ Maxx? Yeah, sure. And this is not to shame people that go there all the time. And, you know, if you're happy with your purchases, I think that's amazing. But for me, I just felt like at a certain point, it became excessive. It became having stuff in the closet that I never got around to using, and that's just me being completely honest about this. So what I want to do is I want to go to Marshall's and TJ Maxx and just see, what do they have? What do they have going on? It's been a while since I've been in there and actually looked around. And I have the time today. So come with me to Marshall's and TJ Maxx and let's see all of the ridiculous things that either I would have bought before or still find completely ridiculous. I watched this TikTok and I'll include it, and it kind of inspired this video. This guy in his house has all of the food stools. So you know how they'll put out like those food stools that look like a donut, a strawberry, a cup of coffee. This guy has them all over his house. Literally, like, they're everywhere, and they're just like sitting in random rooms. I guess he swaps them out seasonally, but it's weird because, like, he doesn't really have anything else in his house, but he has all of these food stools that are expensive, and they're literally just sitting there.
I have over 100 food stools, and this is my full food stool tour. Starting off in the kitchen, we have some of the sliced fruit. I really love the tomato slices. Next, we move to the living room. We have all of these fruits, and I love this apple with the worm. And we absolutely can't forget the raspberry on top of the bookshelf. The carrots, the tomato, the bell pepper, and the sunflower stool. Then we have the corks and the grapes, the sub, the pomegranate, the dragon fruit, and the watermelon. And my new artichoke I just got, and the watermelon slices. And look how cute the honey pot is. Making our way upstairs, we have the coffee stools, one from Home Goods and the other one from At Home, the blue drink and the espresso martini, the takeout box and both sushi, the telephone booth, the french fries and hamburger, and the popcorn and peanut butter cups, the 2 ice cream cones and the ice cream sundae, 1 cupcake, the s'mores, and my gummy bear tower. In the next room, we have the Oreo, the 2 ice cream sandwiches, the soda can, the tomato soup can, the hot dog, 2 donut stools, the Hostess cupcake, and the corn and the rubber duck. In my office, we have the Diet Coke can I made, the Oreo, the chocolate chip cookie, another popcorn stool, a cheese wedge, a donut, and a bagel. Outside, we have a strawberry, the fruit stack, the hibiscus flower, and a watermelon stool. Now into our main room, we have all of the Christmas stools. I love the elf's feet, and look how many peppermint stools they made. And the iconic gingerbread house that everyone was searching for. Next, we have all of our Valentine's Day stools, the hand hearts, the mushroom, the lips, all the macaroons. Obviously, I have way too many to start naming all of them, but if you stayed and watched this long, let me know how many food stools you counted in the comments, and let me know which one is your favorite. And as always, remember to like, comment, and follow for more food stool content.
So either way, let's go inside and see what they have going on. Alright, you guys, so first thing that I saw were these CosRx snail mucin all-in-one creams. They're pretty good. Definitely something I would have bought back in the day. Then there were some other miscellaneous skincare items. Laneige lip sleeping mask. I would have definitely bought this one and the grapefruit, which I'm about to pick up here in a second. Those would have been in the cart for sure, but I don't need them. Just don't need them. And then you can see there's a bunch of other skincare stuff. This Versed product I've actually used and I like, but I don't need it. I have other stuff that does similar things, so, but back in the day, would have been in the cart for sure. Then I saw this Aven product. This is actually a good brand, but I don't need it. I have other moisturizers at home that I like. And I love my Dr. Teals. Y'all already know this. Their oils are nice, but I've got some at home. I've got them on backup. Don't need to get a million more. These Dr. Bronner soaps I love, and I see the lavender here. Again, this would have been something that I stockpiled, but I have a bottle at home that I'm using. I don't need to buy, 15 more just because I like the product, And of course, they've always got all of these little face masks and pimple patches, and these can be helpful if you have a current need for them, but to buy them just because you found them at TJ Maxx is not a good idea. Some miscellaneous little products here, these Mario Badescu sprays. Remember when YouTubers sold those as like the fountain of youth a few years ago? Nail polishes is something else that I used to stockpile. I felt like it was a good deal, so often I would go and buy 3 or 4 colors. I cannot stand home decor that is centered around alcohol. I don't know why you need a painting on the wall that is a cosmopolitan recipe or a little margarita sign. I just find it to be very bizarre. They do have, a lot of good notebooks and stuff. Nobody needs donut erasers. Like, is it cute? Sure, but you don't need it. And then all of these little food candles that I have found, to me, they just look like a dust magnet. Are they cute? Yeah, but for me, they're just not practical. Here's one that looks like a bow tie pasta. There's another one that I'm about to pick up that looks like a little picnic. There's one that looks like a Bloody Mary. I don't know. I just think the way that society kind of glamorizes consuming alcohol is very strange. But yeah, and here are those damn food stools. I cannot. And if you need a little teddy bear playing golf, there you go. Here's more alcohol decor. I want to add this too. Be careful if you're buying dog treats from Marshall's, TJ Maxx. Check the expiration date. Check to make sure the package hasn't been opened or tampered with. Yeehaw, we've got a juicy cowboy hat. And here's just more skincare. It's the excess. It's having all of these different products that kind of do the same thing. These little Tupperwares, they always have, they're cheap, they're a waste of money. They end up, the lids break and they're trash. And if you need a sugar pot or a cookie jar that looks like a strawberry, there you go. This is something I would have absolutely bought back in the day. And this, both of those would have been coming home with me. All right, you guys, so I am back home. I'm going to voice over all of the clips that I took from TJ Maxx and Marshall's and just give some opinions on like why I decided to take those videos specifically. A lot of them 3-4 years ago, I would have been the type to say, oh my God, I want to try this. Oh, I already like this, so let me buy a backup of it. And it never panned out in a positive manner. So once in a while, I understand the satisfaction of a haul, but there's also a certain point where those stores are just like a money pit of stuff that you never get around to using. And I also saw some of those food stools. There were sesame bagel ones. They had 3 of them. So yeah, and of course, like I said, this is not to shame or make anyone feel bad if they are a weekly Marshalls or TJ Maxx person. I just feel like for me personally, there are some stores that I can stay away from. And in time, it has shown me that the stuff that I was shoving in my cart could be going other better places. So either way, that's it for today. If you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.